Welcome to Veggies and Herbs. My name is Ruben Malale. Now, tomatoes can be classified into two categories: determinate versus indeterminate tomatoes. So in today's video, we will be taking a look at these two varieties. And at the end of the video, you will be in a better position to know which variety will be most suitable for your garden. So let's start with indeterminate tomatoes. Now, indeterminate tomatoes is known for their vigorous spiraling growth habit. This variety can actually grow continuously until it is killed by frost or by disease. Now, due to the continuous growth, indeterminate tomatoes can produce fruit and flowers at different intervals. This makes it an ideal variety to provide gardeners a prolonged harvesting throughout the growing season. But due to its growing nature, it's very important to provide your indeterminate tomatoes the structure to grow adequately. Now, the benefit of providing your tomatoes the adequate structure, it will provide healthier plants, it will reduce the risk of disease, and it will also just create sufficient air circulation for the tomato plants to grow. Indeterminate tomatoes also require more maintenance in the sense that you need to prune your tomatoes adequately and to avoid them to grow out of control. So the suckers that will be growing between the stem and the vine, those suckers must be pruned on a regular basis just to ensure that the plant can grow on a single vine. But this is an ideal plant if you have sufficient space in your garden and if you have sufficient support just to allow the plant to grow adequately. Now, determinate tomatoes have a more compact or bushy growth habit. Unlike indeterminate tomatoes, determinate tomatoes produce their fruit over a short period of time, and also they provide their fruits in a concentrated manner. In other words, most of the fruits will be produced at the same time. So this plant is ideal for gardeners who want to harvest a batch or concentrated amount of tomatoes at the same time, and can be ideal for smaller gardens. So unlike indeterminate tomatoes, there's not a lot of support that is required for determinate tomatoes. Last season, I found that determinate tomatoes were more successful and much better for my space. I had some difficulty with my indeterminate tomatoes as I did not have sufficient support for my plants. This year I am planning to start much earlier with my tomatoes. Last year I started quite late. I've already started with some determinate tomatoes indoors, and I'm hoping to plant them out into the garden as soon as the climate is getting much warmer. I'm also planning to grow some of my determinate tomatoes in growing bags and in containers. And later in the season, I will then continue to plant my indeterminate tomatoes. And I'm also considering what type of trailers would be most ideal for my garden. So whether you prefer indeterminate tomatoes or determinate tomatoes, tomatoes is just definitely one of those crops that you must consider planting in your garden during the season. So for gardeners with more space, I think you can probably use both varieties, whilst for gardeners with much smaller space will be better off to use determinate tomatoes. But I am hoping to plant both varieties. I'm hoping to share my tomato journey as the season progresses. But thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Keep on sowing and growing.